From WCYB, the region's #1 source for news, this is News Center 5 at noon.
Today is America Recycles Day, so let's take this opportunity to take a closer look at our nation's recycling habits and how they've developed over the last 20 years. Joining us today to tell us the story behind what happens to the bottles we toss into the recycle bins is environmentalist Bob Lilienfeld. Good afternoon, Bob.
Hi, Ann.
Well, tell us about our progress in recycling so far.
In the last 10 years, we've increased the recycling rate in this country from 11% to 27%. That's the plus. The minus is that we could still do a lot better. But a lot of us aren't really sure what we can recycle. We know how to recycle newspaper, we know how to recycle metal containers, but most of us don't know that 96% of all of the plastic bottles in our house can be recycled. We know about the milk jugs, but we don't really remember that all the other bottles in the kitchen, the ones from the laundry room, or the bathroom, or even those bottles we take with us on the go to sporting events or when we're jogging, they can all be recycled. And it's very simple to remember which ones can be. Any bottle where the neck is smaller than the base, or that has a screw-on cap, like this peanut butter jar, can be recycled. On the other hand, if it's a margarine container that has a lid on it that's bigger than the bottom of the container, it probably can't be. But to make sure, simply check with your local community recycling organization.
Any other tips that can clear up some of this confusion about recycling for us?
Yeah, the key thing to remember is sort it separately. But again, plastics, as long as they're bottles, can probably be recycled. There's a lot of room for plastic containers. There's a lot of confusion about it. But as I said before, if it's a bottle and it has a screw-on cap or the neck is smaller than the base, put it in your recycling bin. And again, don't forget to check with the local organization because they know everything.
Okay, so what happens to the items once we throw them in the recycle bin?
Well, you probably put them out at the curb, and from the curb, they're collected and they're sent to a resorting and recycling facility. They're turned into pellets or into these little fibers that are then used for all sorts of materials. For example, plastic lumber is used for decking and for picnic tables, and it's also used to make new fabrics. For example, this vest that I'm wearing is made from 100% recycled plastic. And these other items that I have on the counter here are also made from recycled materials. Whether it's the vest that you see there, there's also a shirt, a cap, a tote bag that I have my hand on. All of these are made from recycled soda bottles. Wow. So it's important that you close the loop and you not just put it in the bin, but you consider buying recycled products as well.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. They can make them into so many items, too. How does the future of recycling look, Bob?
Well, it's up to all of us to do a little bit. If we just remember, find those bottles that are hanging out in the bottom of our medicine cabinets or in our laundry rooms, all of those can be recycled. And keep in mind that when you recycle, we save resources, and that's a healthy thing to do for the environment, for your pocketbook, but also for your family and community.
Is it something we can make into a habit then?
Yes, it's very simple. The third time is the charm. If you put a bottle into your recycling bin 3 times in 3 weeks, you'll have it down and you can forget about it. You'll just remember to do it. But the hard thing is just do it.
Exactly. It's hard to get started. Bob, thank you so much for educating us today on this America Recycles Day.
Thanks, Ann.